Being a single mom is making your own birthday cake on your birthday so that your babies can feel happy they are singing to you. This is what Elizabeth wrote on May 19th, 2024. Overwhelmed with tears and emotion, she bakes her birthday cake, and a few days later, her husband will come out to say that she is a liar, a fraud, and a scammer. Stay tuned. Next, we'll hear from the husband. His name is Andrew Scott Cormier. Here he is now.
So I've been sent this video a lot over the last few days. People asking my thoughts and my comments on it. It says, oh, you don't know her situation, or, you don't know what she's going through. Well, I do, because I lived it. I'm her ex-husband, and right now I have full custody of our kids. This is our parent agreement. As you can see, I have all weekdays and weekends, time sharing with the kids, all at holiday academic breaks. And for her to get any rights back to the kids, these are the things that she needs to do. And yes, child support, she owes that. It's up to over $21,000. So she's a mother and doesn't pay child support. She was then arrested for check fraud, and during that hearing, it turned out that it was found that she stole almost $1 million from another guy. And also, she faked cancer in the past. These are scans that she would send and post on her page before. So, to sum it up, this person, for people that follow her, are giving her praise and telling her how strong and how, amazing she's doing. Well, she's really not a full-time mom. She barely has her kids. She goes out all the time. And she doesn't even have a job even. So she just really not someone that other single moms should really be looking towards as for inspiration or anything like that. There are a lot of, hardworking single moms out there, and a lot of respect to them. All I just want to say is she just isn't one of them. So hopefully everyone can see this video and know, who she really is. Peace.
Elizabeth's ex-husband even went as far as to create an entire website that is essentially airing out her dirty laundry, detailing different things that she's done criminally, things that she's done in terms of fraud, faking cancer, and things of that nature. Now, I'm not entirely sure how much of this is true, but it's very telling that he's gone through so much effort to essentially destroy her and destroy her life and her public image online. Like I said before, this is all developing, so we are learning together. These are a couple other videos that he posted on his TikTok, essentially saying that if you donated to her, then her donations went to essentially a fake cause. So read through these really quick, and I'll come back. These situations are always sad because even though there's two sides or even three sides to every story, obviously each individual feels their side very deeply. And it's especially sad to see love lost, especially when there's children involved, because I'm sure these kids are very aware of what's happening and can feel the stress and the tension between their parents. And it's really unfortunate that this has to transpire, especially on the internet for all of us to see. It would be nice if everyone kept their business off the internet, but in a way it's kind of good to remember that we all go through things and we're not alone in the struggles that we face, especially in terms of love, relationships, and child rearing. It's not easy.
Hi, I'm Liz, and my life is a true definition of a pivot. 3 years ago, I left my husband. I went through probably the worst 2 years of my life quickly afterwards. I spiraled out of control. I was drinking and partying pretty much constantly if I didn't have my kids. I dated, I had friends that used me and used my sadness. I was drinking and partying, making terrible decisions, which led to me getting arrested. Having police come to your door and take you to jail is something that I don't wish on anyone, but I'm grateful for it because it changed my life. And now you'll see on my page that there is no partying. We are at home having dance parties in our kitchen. We are going to Disney on the weekends. We are learning to bake sourdough and cooking all kinds of delicious dinners. We're walking our fluffy dog. We're doing the best that we can over here as a single mom that has made mistakes, but is actively every day being the best mom that she can be. And also doing my best every single day to help other women that need help or to get through things that they are experiencing in their life, and showing them that you can do better, you can be the voice, and you can make change. I'm so glad all of you are here. Also, I want to quickly share, because some people are posting that he's making the right choice by exposing me and staying away from me and keeping my kids away from me. So I want to share some clips of some messages he sent me in the last week alone. So I'm going to share them. I had posted a video about my story, and I posted a little bit about what I had been through in terms of abuse. He then said, "Stitch incoming. Take it down or I'm gonna ruin your life." I gave you the chance to comment to me before the internet has a chance. It's always been a threat that I eventually was like, I have to take my life back. I can't keep allowing him to do this. These are messages of him saying that this is last week of him, or May 13th at 1:49 p.m. telling me people want to hang out with him. I'm asking why he's being rude, just communicating. I know you hate communication. There are people that do, it's not you. He's telling me essentially, I don't want to be with him, but there are people that do, so he's gonna go take people up on that offer. This is him on May 17th asking to take me on a trip with him. So I just want to point out that and then I say no, I don't want to go on a trip. I'd rather just stay here and do things because I don't want to be trapped on a vacation with him. This is a person that's also on the internet. You guys aren't paying attention to the facts of what is actually happening. You're seeing documents that he put on the internet and that you can Google them. You cannot Google them. Those are closed documents inside of a marriage with children, so you cannot Google them. I got arrested, so I'll talk about that now. I got arrested. I cashed a check out of my account to open a new private account of my own, and I cashed a check to put it in there, and before the check cleared, it bounced. That's exactly what happened. I got my case closed, and I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, I made a stupid mistake, but other than that, there is quite literally nothing. All the other stuff is speculation. The whole person talking about the $1 million Andreessen and emails. The whole entire website is typed. I don't understand how you guys are not putting two and two together. I don't post those children. My other two children, I do not post them because I get threats every time I do. And it's not worth exposing them on the internet. I posted the couple clips so that everyone sees, but other than that, there's literally nothing else for me to explain. You guys are strangers on the internet that know nothing about my life or his. You're believing a psycho. These are messages from last night and today. I begged him to take this down. He responded, "Huh?" and called me 3 times and asked why I can't answer the phone. Here I'm showing you on the website he created about me the Scientology links, because he's now claiming he's not a Scientologist. The handbook is linked on the page. Hi. I want to first start this video by saying this is not to bring a single bit of hate to Andrew, and I will never do that. I haven't done that on my page before, and I won't do it now, no matter who he is, which has always been the case, because I will never bring the parent of my children down, because that's not okay for them. Putting the things on the internet for my kids to one day see because of who he is, I will never do it for them because it's not the right thing to do. And Andrew has created websites, TikToks, essentially everything since I left him. I think that is probably the Scientologist aspect of his life. If you go on the website, there's actually Scientologist links that he's added there. I don't know if anyone is familiar with that, but getting out of a Scientologist mindset in a relationship is not a good thing and not an easy thing. Andrew is extremely, extremely abusive and has always been extremely abusive. Laying low or staying under is essentially what I have felt a lot of years was the right thing for me to do. He told me the morning that he posted the video, if I deleted my social media, he would not do what he's doing. Would not destroy my life. He says that he will not take them down unless I'm off social media. So yesterday, I deleted social media to try to limit access to problems. I have been so mentally not okay since that happened. But in the state of Florida, whoever makes the most, well, first I'll start by the custody, okay, because that's what we're all talking about. I see my children. I see all my children. I don't not see my children. I'm the one who hosts their birthday parties. I'm the one who puts them to bed. I'm the one who does everything until he pulls them away. And the reason by that is the agreement that you guys have seen online is when I first left him out of abuse, I had no resources, no money, nothing. He was a doctor. And he said, if you sign these papers, nothing will change on when you see them. And I will not ruin your life. I will leave you alone. And so I did. In a mentally bad state of abuse and wanting it to stop, he was never hurting them. I stand by that. Mentally, he's not doing great things to them in terms of the stuff he says, but he will never hurt them. He has never hurt them. He will never hurt them. So I never, and I was still seeing them always, even now. He's portraying this on there, but even now. This whole thing started on Friday, which was the weekend of my birthday. I went to my daughter's, the ones pictured in the videos, their dance recital. And I feel like I'm all over the place, but I didn't write this down because I wanted it to come from the heart and not like a script. On Friday, the dance recital, afterwards, 4 of my girlfriends asked for me to go to dinner for my birthday. It was a late dinner, 9 o'clock, and I said to him after the dance recital, I'm going to go to the dinner, but I'm still free for the rest of the weekend for the girls, no problem. He said, no. You made the decision to go to dinner. You will not see them on your birthday. You will not see them any other, which actually in turn came to why I was so upset on my actual, but I did, but also he's a doctor. He owned a practice, an eye clinic, and he essentially runs all his bills through his business, which is fine, but then he pays himself $350, $400 to turn that in as his financial affidavits, which essentially means he makes no money. I also want to point out, you may think I'm whatever you're saying about me on the internet, but there are other women that have filed restraining orders against him. And if anyone took the time to go look him up as well, that's what you would see. Instead, you see everything you've looked me up, which is essentially coming from one man who is out to destroy my life. That is in the nature of being a Scientologist. That is what they do. And if you know anything about them, you would know that. I'm not a perfect person, not even a little. I would never say that. I'm not a perfect mom. I hope no one would say they're a perfect mom. I when I got divorced, definitely when I left my husband, I was out drinking, or I was going through it. I mean, I felt like I was literally trapped in an abusive marriage for 6 years. And he got scared that I was getting followers from my video and thought, this is the time I'm going to bring her down before she can ever come out about me. He told me delete my page yesterday and he would stop. He never stopped, obviously, because now he's getting a lot of attention. I don't need anyone feeling sorry for me. That's the thing. I cried on my birthday, and that was like the most like sad thing. I was devastated because he wouldn't allow my daughters to come over, even though he none of that is the point of this. The point is that I have tried for 3 years to not expose him on the internet, to not talk about who he is, because as a mother, that is the right thing to do. My family, my friends, anyone in my life has said, Elizabeth, you have to come forward with what is happening because he can't keep doing this to you. And I have always said, I don't care what he does to me. What I care about is my children. Since I have been 16 years old and I became a mother, I have devoted my life and my time to being a mom. Does that mean that I haven't went out with my friends or done stupid things? Yes. But there has never been a time my children have been unsafe in my care. I've never hurt my children. I have never put my children in any situation of danger. While leaving my ex-husband, a year before that, I went into what is medically called psychosis from extreme trauma. And he has essentially every single person in my life turned them against me. Every relationship that I haven't remotely tried to be in, every friendship that I've tried to have, he contacts everyone. He's had this page up for 3 years because I was on social media a couple of years ago just posting for fun. And if anyone even I have a million texts where I've went to post my girls in my videos that are like my daily videos, and he says, delete them now. Delete the girls off your page right now. So I do, because unless you've been in the situation of someone with abuse, mental, physical, it does not matter. You don't even understand what comes along with that. And sometimes being quiet is the best thing to do. Again, I will not get on the internet and air my business or trash him, because one day I never want my children to see this. But what is going on is not right. Me getting death threats when I stay home with my kids every day is not right. Because a man that I left will always try to destroy my life. Forever. I have a cease and desist. I'll post that. I put my face like at the top so I can block out the girl's personal information, but this is another girl that put a restraining order against him, like I think a couple of years before we got married, for chasing her around the table with a knife. It did end up getting, like after they went to court, it ended up getting declined because she did not have a lawyer, and he did, and he ended up winning, which is typically how he wins everything. Is the girls that he gets are young girls, he's older, gets young girls, and then he has way more money and is able to end up destroying them in court. I am not going to say anything else about it anymore. I'm going to get off the phone and not deal with this. I haven't shared about him in years. Like in all the years I've been on social media, I've not been sharing about him. I had to get on here today to defend myself, and I'm not even going to keep these videos up for a long time because it's not the right thing to do. I have always said that's not the right thing to do, no matter who has told me to do it, no matter how long he's been doing this to me. It's not the right thing to do. I signed papers in court, not even to court. We never even made it to the court process because I signed the papers outside of court to get him to stop doing this, because he swore he would. He would stop all of this hate and all of this, everything that's going on, if I signed the papers. And now I have a mess of on social media when all of my page has just been happiness, being inside my house with my kids, cooking and baking. And his whole entire page for years has been dedicated to destroying my life. And I don't know how anyone with a normal brain does not see that that is a problem. That even if all of the stuff he says is true, and everyone is asking if those allegations that he's making are true. No, they're not true. He's got people like on his side that can go over and make videos because he's loving every minute of it. But I have purposefully kept my mouth closed for years in hopes that he will stop one day and things with my children will just be better with him. And that is not the case. And now I have to, because I made a video of myself being upset while, yes, my kids were home and I was making a cake with them, for them, cupcakes. I was making cupcakes and I was sad and having a bad day because clearly behind the scenes, I'm going through a lot of shit with this man every single day on a daily basis, harassment every day, all day. And if you haven't been there, then you have no idea what that does to someone. Like, you can't even begin to know what that does to someone. And this whole, he's not a Scientologist, it's on the website. Go click the website that you've all viewed of me, all his allegations. Click it. Like, it's on there. Anyway, I'm done talking about this. You guys can make whatever decision like you want. You're strangers on the internet, and that the main reason that I even got on here to defend myself at this point in time is because I am getting hundreds of messages on Instagram, on my email addresses, people saying they know my home address, where I live. I haven't even stayed at my own house in 3 days because I'm literally terrified to be there. Like, this, no one normal, him, would do this to someone that never was even sharing about them on the internet. Post court documents where they can find people's address, where they live, where their children are, if that's normal. Like, how are you not thinking that this person is crazy? For 3 years, he's had a TikTok about me. How is that not obsessed? For 3 years. Why is he asking me to go spend birthdays with him if I'm this terrible and he hates me more than anything in the world? Begging me. I'm done talking about this. I don't want to be tagged in his videos anymore. I don't want any of this. Like, if you guys choose to support him, there's nothing I can do about that. And I haven't. In 3 years, I haven't even stitched a single video of his or done anything to take him down or anything like that, because I would never do that. That is not me. And now I'm on here doing things out of my normal behavior because I have to defend myself to strangers on the internet. I cannot even fathom what is happening right now. And his goal is for me to delete social media. Everyone's thing is like, delete your page, delete your page. I deleted it for 2 days, yesterday and the day before in the evening, because I got so overwhelmed. And every time I get a following, he does this. And then I delete my page because I'm like, I can't take the hate. I can't take the sadness, the accusations. Like, I can't live through this. And then I literally... This time, I'm not, though. It's not okay for me to have built something on being a mom and cooking and running errands with my kids and doing things, and then I have to delete it because he didn't want me to use this platform to come after him, when I never was. The video that got 50 million views that he got so angry about because he was terrified. I literally told him I wanted him to take my page down, the page that he had about me down, when the news article wrote me about my video of 50 million that I was going to talk about it. And he said, no, he's going to make a video about me. And he was terrified that I would use the followers that I gained from this to talk about him, when in reality, this was just a little pocket of peace for me that I got on the internet, and I posted doing stuff with my kids and baking for them and cooking for them. And sorry, my daughter came in, and that's it. So I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to be fighting anymore on the internet. This is so stupid and so, like, unethical and a million other things that I didn't lie about this stuff. Like, I don't even understand what is happening, and I don't even need to understand, because, like, I know that I love my kids. Like, I don't know what else to say other than he is obsessed with me. He has been obsessed with me for years. Like, This stuff has been on the internet. You think he hasn't tried to call the police on me or do things like the same stuff that he's doing there? Like, you think that he's protecting me by not doing those things, but also sharing everything on the internet. The math is not mathing. None of it is adding up. And I don't understand how people that are normal, so you're telling me I'm not normal, but if you're normal, how you don't see what is happening here. And that's it. I'm never, ever, ever addressing this again. If you do not want to follow me because you think I'm a terrible mother, that's okay. You don't have to follow me.
And that was Elizabeth's last post. She did post that this morning, but since has deleted it, so that post is no longer available. But her TikTok is still up, so you can enjoy her content if that is what you wish. I went ahead and fact-checked a couple of things, including the court case, or the case that was against Andrew, her ex-husband. That was something that I was able to verify as true. In addition, I was able to run a background check on both Andrew and on Elizabeth. For Andrew, it came back mostly clean, aside for some moving violations, some traffic violations. But for Elizabeth, it did come back a little bit tainted. It seems like she has had a few run-ins with the law for larceny and robbery. But this is something that she has admitted to, and she is not currently on trial. We are just observers. We are responsible netizens of the internet, so we are just observing from the outside in, and we should be providing and lending our support to both of these people because they are both valuable members of our community and should both be uplifted out of this dark situation. And fire should not be fueled, lines should not be drawn, and conclusions should not be made without having the full context of the truth. Until we know the full truth, there's really nothing we can do but watch, wait, listen, and support. The next two videos are the last two videos that Andrew posted today earlier, and then I'm also going to show you a couple of reaction videos to Elizabeth's post, and then also Elizabeth's post stitched with Andrew's post as well. You can see how people are currently reacting to Elizabeth and Andrew's situation.
So I just want to get on here and say thank you this morning. Appreciate all the support. Really means a lot to me. Throughout the process, it can be very challenging, especially dealing with everything. So I really do appreciate the support. So thank you. I know a lot of people reached out and had different questions about the process and about child support and different things like that. I know every situation's different. Mine was very unique to say the least. So I'll definitely try and talk about how my situation went. And what I did.
People just use the term single mom way too loosely for me. Being a single mom is not some cute personality trait. It's a lifestyle that a lot of times involves a lot of struggle, a lot of financial struggles, a lot of mentally draining and exhausting days where you just wish you had just a little bit of help. I used to be a single mom before I got remarried. And when I was a single mom, I was the primary custodial parent of all my children. The full parental responsibility fell on me, and I was not getting any child support because my co-parents were not parenting. I had 3 kids. I had to pay for childcare, formula, diapers, everything all by myself. I had to work overtime. I had a full-time career working for Child Protective Services, and I was door dashing on the weekends when my family was able to babysit. So I fully understand the single mom struggle. I fully understand what it is to not get any child support. I understand what it is to have your children full time. So for somebody who allegedly does not have custody of their children, does not pay child support allegedly, and is cosplaying the single mom struggle just to appeal to us is crazy work. I feel so much for my single moms because I know the struggle. So if you don't have custody of your children, whether you are a man or a woman, you are just a single person, aka a single woman, a single man. I have so much respect for real single mothers, real single fathers. That's it. That is all.
Y'all, there's a lady on this app that had everybody crying for her. And what I mean is she sat on this app and she cried and she used that song, One Step Closer. I can't sing. And sat there and made herself her own Mother's Day cake. And everybody was so in her corner. Everybody felt so bad. She was like, she don't have nobody to celebrate it with. Her kids didn't contact her. Nobody contacted her. Had everybody feeling really bad for her. And she went super viral. And then her husband came on here and was like, you know why nobody wished her happy Mother's Day? Because I got full custody of them damn kids. The kids are with me. He said, and I hope all the money that she made from this video, she come and pay this $21,000 in child support. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Not only do you not have your kids as a mother, you owe $21,000 in back child support. I would delete my fucking page. I would be embarrassed. Embarrassed. Like, you sit up here and you gave us this sob story about being alone on Mother's Day, and then your ex-husband come up here and tell everybody he got full custody of them damn kids, and she's not allowed to see them kids at all. What did you do as a mother to lose full custody and visitation rights of your child? And then he literally showed that she owed over $21,000 in back child support. Lady, instead of making these type of videos, you need to be trying to make videos that will make you this money real quick so you can pay him this damn money for taking care of them kids full time so you will get your visitation rights back. Don't nobody give a fuck about you crying no more. No.
Did y'all see this video? The video of the lady crying with sad music in the background. Saying she's a single mom that had to bake her own birthday cake. I'm sorry, but I seen it. I kept scrolling because I didn't feel sorry for her. Because I was like, do married women with children not bake their own birthday cakes? Girl, if you don't take your ass to nothing but cake and get you a damn cake, and they good as hell, you don't have to bake. You want us to feel sorry for you because you baking your own cake?
All right, let me know what you think about this situation.
You don't have to do it.
Down below. Is Andrew just a concerned father who is trying to create accountability for his ex-wife, or is he the narcissist? Is he the one manipulating the situation? Is he completely obsessed with Elizabeth? Is Elizabeth obsessed with Andrew? Is Elizabeth a bad mother? Is she technically a single mom? Is she in the right? Is she in the wrong? Please let me know your comments down below.
See, you have some explaining to do right on the street as you single. I don't know about being a mom.
I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay tuned.